we're going to find out what this means for local eateries and for you. We are Zooming with Scott Kammerer, who's the president of the Delaware Restaurant Association. How you doing, Scott?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, it's great to talk with you. How are you feeling about phase 2?
I'm excited. I think restaurants in Delaware are really excited. This is really a time when Delaware needs restaurants. They need restaurants for people to come together and break bread and really at the end of a long, hard day, they can have a nice beer and a meal at the restaurant. And we're so excited that the phases are moving so quickly. The state's doing a great job moving us through these phases. So phase 2, we're going to look a lot more like what people are used to. You can sit at a bar and have a drink. You don't need a reservation. And restaurants are allowed to have capacity of 60%, which is pretty close to what most restaurants usually are. And as time goes on, it's really going to be as close to normal as we're used to seeing. So properly distanced tables. You don't have to have a mask on. So when you go into a restaurant, and in the kitchen, it's optional because of the heat, if you can wear a mask or not. So you're starting to see things really start to come back to normal, and the phases come quickly, and the state really reacting to, I think, all the information and news that's coming out. So we're excited. The restaurants are excited. You know, summertime at the Delaware beaches are really a wonderful time to get together and spend time with your family and friends. And restaurants are one of the biggest and most important aspects of that. So we're really here, and we're ready to go.
Yeah, you think people are going to really notice going from 30 to 60%?
Yeah, I think so, because if you think about a table, usually you can see the 2 top at a 4 top, and there's 5 people at a table of 8. So that's kind of a normal look and feel to what restaurants normally look like. It's not too far off. 60% is getting closer to really what it is. And really, this is just a slow, gradual precautionary measure, and it's a temporary thing. And I think restaurants on the path to getting back to the situation they were in before these lockdowns started. I think it's a natural progression, 30 to 60, then to 100% is what you'll see. So I think that as you breathe oxygen back into the restaurants and restaurants start to react, I tell you what, the turnout has been incredible. Our restaurants have been really, really well attended. The support from the community has been incredible. The restaurants are really, we're doing more business than we did last year. So we're excited here at Sodell Concepts, and I think you're going to see a lot of restaurants really have the summer that they were hoping to have.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, phase 1, it sounds like phase 1 has been going well.
Yeah, phase 1 went well, and really what the best part of it is some people that don't feel comfortable yet, they're still doing carry-out. They're doing the contactless carry-out, so that's been really good. The restaurants just want to do what people want. If people want to get contactless carry-out, we're going to do that for you. If you want to come in and eat, we're going to do that. If you want to stay at home and wait until the next phase, that's fine too. Restaurants are really here for people, and they serve people, and hospitality is alive and well in Delaware, and that's what we really do good.
Yeah. What are a few things you want patrons to know as they're coming in during phase 2?
I think as you come in, I don't want people to be caught off guard, because 60% of fire code is actually pretty close to what a lot of restaurants run at in a normal capacity, just because of the way the parties come in. So if you have a 2 top of the 4 top and the 5 top of the 8 top, those 2 tables could basically be pretty much full, and it could look like a normal restaurant, but that is still 60% of capacity. So, you know, as people start to ease back into life, as restrictions get eased, I think the amount of scrutiny is also being eased for all the operators and the guests and everybody coming in. So I just want people to be patient and remember that restaurants are getting back into their groove, and they're just getting back to doing things pretty normal, and that restaurants are going to be here. We're not going anywhere. Restaurants have been successful at the Delaware beaches for a long, long time. We're a part of people's everyday lives. We don't expect any fundamental changes to the restaurant industry going forward, so that people can be confident that restaurants are very safe. Restaurants already do serve safe. They report to the health department. They report to the CDC. All those things are not new for restaurants. Restaurants have a really good track record of being safe and taking care of their guests. And if anything, We'll even focus more on that. That's one thing that hopefully will continue through this. But as far as the restrictions and all those precautions, as far as restrictions and social distancing in restaurants, that'll slowly start to go away. And I want guests to really realize that it's only a matter of time until restaurants are back at 100% capacity.
Sure. It must just be so nice to see people start to come in, sit down, enjoy themselves, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Monday was really one of the most incredible days as the chairman of the Delaware Restaurant Association. I was the chairman when the entire industry got shut down, but I was also the chairman 2.5 months later when the entire industry opened back up. And it's not perfect. This isn't a perfect scenario of how we're opening, but I think that we're all doing the best. Delaware Restaurant Association, Department of Health, and the state of Delaware are all working together. And as this new information starting to come out, you're seeing the economic openings start to ramp back up at a faster pace. They announced the guidelines for phase 2 like one day after phase 1 started. So you're starting to see the momentum start to build for a full reopening. And I think that that's an exciting and happy time to see. So I'm really excited. We're excited for the restaurants to open. And really, we're here for hospitality and to serve people. And the biggest point I can say to people that live in the state of Delaware, that the hospitality industry is alive and well and ready to go.
That's wonderful to hear. Scott Camber, chairman of the Delaware Restaurant Association, thank you so much for taking the time to spend with us today, and good luck with phase 2. So exciting.
Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.